Good morning everyone. So it's Saturday morning. I actually just feel quite like bright and vibrant this morning, which is good. So hopefully there'll be a bit of energy in this vlog, because sometimes recently I feel like I've been coming onto vlogs and I'm just like, hi everyone. Just like so like low-key. So it's early on Saturday morning, gorgeous morning again. I feel like I've just been saying that all summer, like glorious morning, because the weather has been really great this year. And obviously that is such a British thing to do, of being like the weather update. So if you're from another country, it's a cultural trait. We have to give you an update on the weather. So today, early in the morning, it's literally like 8 AM. I'm heading into St Andrews because I have my nail appointment and getting my waxing on my face so that I've got nice fresh eyebrows, and I'm getting rid of this here. It's not even that bad, like you literally probably can't even see this on camera, but I just always get this thing, like, because I hate when it gets like a little bit like kind of fuzzy here. So I'm going to the wax bar and I'm going to get that done. I'm leaving the house a little bit earlier because I actually, of course, wanted to get coffee beforehand. I'm going to go to Cafe Nero. I went there yesterday. I was trying out the Jam Donut app. So basically it's another cashbacky one. I can't say that I'm going to recommend this. I felt like yesterday it seemed a bit of a faff and it cost me money to use it and whatever. I thought, no, okay, this one's not for me. It may just well have been that I didn't have the best of luck with it or whatever, but anyway, I'm going to have to go back there because we couldn't get it to work and we couldn't figure out why, and then we realised, and now I've realised why it didn't work. So I've got about £10 that I spent on a voucher for the year that I need to use up. Long story. So not my favourite one, but definitely loving Rakuten, and thank you for everybody who's been signing up to that via my referral link. Like, really grateful, and hopefully you'll get good use out of your £25 as well. Loving Quidco. I'll talk a little bit about that later on as well, because I used that again yesterday for something very exciting. In fact, I'll just say what it is actually, because it's coming today. So today, basically, I've got a massive Selfridges order. So I was needing a top up of all my beauty bits, which is why I wanted to get my face sorted, so that when my beauty stuff comes, I can actually like just, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I did a huge beauty order from Selfridges yesterday. Love Selfridges. I think it's probably my favourite department store to order like my beauty stuff from, because they have all the brands and their delivery service, touch wood, up until this point has been 10 out of 10, fantastic. So love that. So yeah, that should be coming this afternoon, and I used Quidco to get cash back on my Selfridges order, so I earned about £5 from that yesterday. So my Quidco account is mounting up. I think I've got about £16 in there now, just over that. And again, it's just all from things that I was buying anyway. You just go through Quidco and it gives you cash back. It's like, it just blows my mind, it really does. So that's that. So I'm looking forward to this today. I think I'll do one of these sort of refresh days. I'm also needing to run some errands because I need to go to Boots the Chemist. I'm needing just top-ups of everything, like my deodorants and shower gels and everything like that as well. So yeah, I'm just now thinking, like, actually it just seems like it's going to be such a nice day. So maybe I'm going to spend a wee bit more time in St Andrews than what I was planning. I probably won't be back at St Andrews next weekend either, because that's when all the students come, which is lovely, honestly, it really is. And also it's like their first time like being in St Andrews, and I just think it's just such a nice town, it's such a safe town, and it's just, if I was a young person coming here for the first time, I would love it. I still love it at my age. So they come, but they also, you know, all their families come, parents come and whatever, and so the town next weekend will be incredibly busy. Like, you won't be able to fit onto the pavement, it's just, it gets that busy. So I'll probably be avoiding that next weekend. I'm just thinking we must be due a Bowhouse Market Day coming up next weekend, or maybe the weekend after as well, so maybe that'll be that. So yeah, lots of great stuff happening. I just feel like in a good vibe, in a good mood today, so that's good. So also, I went for my swim last night at the Fairmont on the way home. I vlogged it, but I actually then just didn't upload. I'm sorry I didn't upload. It's just sometimes I just feel like if I've not got the vibe, I'm just like, doesn't, yeah. But actually, that was really good. And also used the jacuzzi as well. So it's just like, it was a nice start to the weekend. So, anywho, I'll see you in St Andrews. Right, so I actually decided to go to Janetta's instead of Cafe Nero because I never really get to go to Janetta's for coffee because it's not open early in the morning for work, and I don't really park up the car like this end of town. So, and also if you ever come here like any later than that, it's just so busy, like it's literally queued along the street because it is the ice cream parlour. But sorry, I'll move my camera so you can actually see me a little bit. Sorry, that was the palm of my hand. This cup matches my entire outfit and my aesthetic. So I will be honest and say that that was part of my decision making to go there. Now, with Janetta's, they always give you this like piece of tablet. And I was thinking about it and I was like, oh my God, that's great. Like I love a bit of tablet with my coffee, something sweet. But I was actually thinking, I was like, a lot of my viewers actually are obviously not from Scotland. And I was like, I don't think you'll probably get tablet anywhere else in the world. You might in like specialist shops, but it is like a very Scottish thing. So I was like, maybe I'll just explain a bit of what it is. So it's basically sugar. It's like, it's not fudge because fudge is quite soft. Tablet's a lot harder and it's like got more of a bite to it, but it's kind of like the same ingredients that you would use for fudge, and it's very, very nice. It's very nice. That is a very small piece, but that's about as much as you could probably eat off it in one go. Otherwise it just gets too sweet, too sickly, and just too everything, too indulgent. So that's about the right size. Actually, my mum makes the best tablet I've ever had. Like, I've never had tablet like it. Some people, when they make their own tablet, it can be too much like fudge and it's quite soft. For me, tablet is not soft. It has to be quite hard. I'm going to try this actually, see if I like it. Very good. It's very nice. I love it. It's great. I love the cup. But do you know when your mum makes something and it's just like your favourite? I have to say my mum's is my favourite, but this is lovely. It's really, really good. They actually sell, excuse me, they sell blocks of it in there. If you're ever in Scotland and you want to try it, they sell blocks of it in there. Oh, that is so good. Seriously though, you couldn't eat any more than like, that is lovely. I'm so glad I actually went there now instead of Cafe Nero. So this is the cup. So I've got a wee bit of time before my appointment. I'm just going to sit here, enjoy my coffee, relax, and then I'm going to the wax bar. So yeah. morning now, and I've just been into Oliver Bonas, and I'm actually going to head into H&M. I've had all of my treatments done, so I'm just like kind of tired. I'm feeling a bit dishevelled now, but it's such a glorious day that I don't want to just go home right away, so I'm going to go into H&M, which is right in front of me. So hello everyone. So it's about 5 o'clock on Saturday now, and it actually didn't turn out to be as nice a day as what it was this morning, so that's why I have my lamp on. I had a nap this afternoon, so I'm feeling a little bit dreary and just like, oh, like in a dream state. I woke up to the sound of the doorbell and I thought, I know exactly what that is. And you know when like people, these influencers are like, run, don't walk. Well, I quite literally ran for this to the doorbell to make sure I got it. And that was my Selfridges order. So I'm going to unbox it with you now. I'm also going to show you what I got in Boots this morning. I might not show everything just because it's more like personal care toiletries, but I've got some bits that you might be interested in. But to start off with, and first of all, I'm going to get one thing out of the Selfridges box. Bear with me a second. Now, I haven't actually opened the lid of this box. So, this is it here. I've only just opened the seal just so that I didn't need to unseal the box on camera. But I haven't actually been in it yet. So, this is a bit, do you know what, I'm going to come back to it. I'll come back to it. I was going to actually put on the lip. I've bought a lip product and I was like, I'll start putting on the lip thing, but I feel like to unload it, I think I need to unpack everything and to, yeah, bring everything out of the box. So I'm just reading what I've got here. Okay, this is a good one. Right, so first of all, I'm going to actually start by showing you things that I've actually used up this month. And that might give you a bit of context as to what I've bought and why I've bought it. So, and this also lets you see what I actually use, not just stuff that I'm talking about on camera and being like, oh, this is a great product, and then it like sits on my shelf. Generally, if I like something, I use it right to the end. There's very few times that I buy a product and I don't finish it up. If I didn't finish it up, it's usually because it maybe just wasn't the product for me. Right, this has had a lot of love. As you can see how much I've squeezed this to the end to make sure I got all of the product out. And it's the Clinique Exfoliating Scrub. Now, this is my favourite one. I use this like most days and I do think it just really exfoliates the skin properly. I've never tried a face scrub that comes like as a comparable as good as this one. Anyone knows any if anyone knows of any scrubs, let me know, but this is my favourite. I've never used one that's quite so gritty as this, so I've used that up. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, I've talked about this so many times I think on this channel now, and it's the Paula's Choice Exfoliant 2% BHA liquid, and just put that on a face pad in the morning and it just again gives the face such a lovely glow. I've said this before, but I believe this brings my melia to the surface, something that I've always suffered with. I've never found a product to help with it, but I think this truly does. And as you can hear, there's nothing left. Like I took the very last drip of this morning. So that has run out now. The other thing that I've run out of, now if you know me, you'll know about this Tatcha tub. So obviously I've run out of the Tatcha cream, but what was in this Tatcha tub was the Paula's Choice moisturiser. I have scraped that to the absolute bone, like it was so empty now. So I will again put this in the dishwasher like I did before, and I will refill this with the product that I'm going to show you. Two more things. So this isn't completely like unusable yet, like there is some still left, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Wand highlighter in the shade Light, but it's, again, you can see had a lot of love and it's very close to being finished. Love this product. It's a game changer one. I remember when I first bought this in Harrods Beauty, the young chap was trying to sell me, he's like, if you buy this, it's a game changer, and you know that way you're like, okay, we'll see about that. It actually is very, very good. So that's nearly coming to an end. The one thing I'm very bad for is actually losing lids for things. So if I do replace this, I need to keep the lid because that's really annoying and it's really untidy. I don't know why I do that, but yeah. And finally, this has probably got one more use left in it, and it's the LMS Cleansing Balm. Love this. It smells so like a spa, and I would definitely buy this again. It's a lovely product. So that's everything that I've used up. So as you can see, I was in dire need of a Selfridges order and probably a bit of a Boots the Chemist order as well. So that lets you see what I've used. I'll start with this product just because it's right to hand and I bought this in Boots this morning. Right, the first thing I bought from Boots was this, and it's called Natrium, the Glow Getter Multi-Oil Body Butter. Now, I'll show you, there is, how much in this? 232 mils, and it's got one of these on the top, and then it's like that. Now, I'm going to just be really honest, and I may grow to love this, but as soon as I took the lid off this, I was like, I don't love the smell of this. It smells like body shea, you know, that shea butter, and like coconut. I'm not a fan of that scent, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping that I grow to love this, because this was around, I think it was £22. And I thought this was going to be a real treat to myself. And then as soon as I opened it and I put a little bit on the back of my hands, I was like, I'm not sure about this. So we will work with it, see what happens. But I don't, from that initial smell, I don't think I would repeat buy that, because it's just, I don't like that coconutty smell. And it's not just the coconut, it's like the shea butter like smell. I was like, this might not be the one for me, but we'll see how we get on with it. So that's that. Right, I'll do the Boots stuff first. Right, what did I get? Oh, one thing that I got was actually this Marvis toothpaste. Now, this is about £9. It's very, what's the word? Exquisite for what it is. But I like to have this on my bathroom and in my sink because it's just really nice and very aesthetic. So I got that. The next thing I got was, I got another toothpaste. I got the Euphemal one. This is actually only £2 at the moment. I've used this for many years and I really like the look of this as well, and it's very retro looking. And I'm going to probably keep this in my handbag, just as like a toothpaste for my handbag if I'm at work and I need to brush my teeth after my morning coffee. So I've got 2 toothpastes. So then I actually just got some new toothbrush just to try. So I got this one just because I actually like the colour of it. It's very like in sign with my style. So I've got that one. The next thing I got was this one, which is actually, this is the type of one that I would normally put in my handbag because it folds into itself. So this is a great everyday handbag one because you don't need a cap for it because it folds. So that's perfect. I also got these for my handbag as well. It's just some little mouthwashes, and these are great, like a great size for a handbag as well. So again, just after morning coffee, you just want to freshen up. That's what I've got. Nothing more really exciting. I'll just say that the only other thing that I've got that I really like is this deodorant. I always use this. Again, it's a colour that goes with my aesthetic, but I just really like the smell of this one. It's specifically the Powder Fresh one, and it's Mitchum, it's called. I find this works very well, but I just really like the colour of this. So that's everything that I got from Boots. I'm kind of like, that's a bit annoying about this, isn't it? I feel like I'll need to properly try it. I'll give it a shot first. Okay, right, let's not think about it too much. Right, so now for the most exciting part. Selfridges. Oh, by the way, that's one thing I would say about Selfridges is their packaging is always like really, really good. You might be thinking, why Selfridges? Why not look fantastic or something like that? I like Selfridges because it's the one shop that I find does all the brands. So like if I shop online from Boots the Chemist, they might not then have Paula's Choice, or they might not have Anastasia or whatever. And then I just find it really annoying like having to jump around all these different websites. So Selfridges has all the brands. The other great thing is their next day delivery is like second to none. Like I cannot believe that that's come from wherever it's come from. I'm assuming London all the way here, like overnight, like that fast. I think their delivery is excellent. I've shopped with other department stores before. I think they've got the best service in terms of delivery. So if you're thinking which department store, Selfridges. Right, okay, so let's see. Right, I'm going to start with what I wanted to show you, which is this Refi tinted lip gloss. Now I got this in the shade Rosewood. I've never tried this before, so I've never even really seen it in the flesh before. So what you're going to see is an honest response from me. My sister's been really like championing this brand recently and saying you should try this and you should try that from it. So I just thought I will try some of their products and see how we go. I think they were quite reasonably priced. This was about, I think, £16. So the packaging is very plain. So it's a bit underwhelming, but let's just see if we like this. Okay, so it's coming up out like that. I wonder if I'm going to like this colour or not. I really like the texture of that. And I like the applicator as well. It's maybe not got as much colour to it as what I would like, but it's a very nice feeling on my lips. I like that. Okay, we'll see how we go with that then. So that's 13 mils, Ref I, about £16. Good, okay. Next thing I got, right, I'm sorry LMS, but I actually got the Clinique Cleansing Balm. Now this is like, so I was talking about obviously finishing this, and I bought this. The reason being that this is incredibly expensive, but I don't feel like it does a much better job than this one, which is not as expensive, and there's quite a big price difference. The only thing that I think was better about this was the smell and the kind of branding and packaging, but this does just as good a job, if not slightly better. When I was using this, I kind of felt like it doesn't work as well as this, and I just felt like I was paying for the scent. This is a lovely product and I would definitely buy it again. Like, I really, really like it. But I just thought, like, in terms of priority, where we're putting our budget, I just thought this was the one for me. So I might go back to the LMS one in the future, but I've went for the Clinique one for the time being. So I really like this, used this for years, works really well. I think I gave the LMS one a chance because everyone's been using it on social media and it was a big hype or whatever, but personally I like this just as much, so I went with that. I think this was about £24, whereas the LMS one I think is like closer to like 50 or something, so you can't really justify it if there's not like a considerable difference. Right, okay, this needs no introduction because I've already talked about this. I've replaced that. So if you're thinking like, where do I put my skincare budget, and you're trying to just buy one or two key things, this is a really good one for me. Like I cannot like, what's the word, hype this enough. Like, I just really think this is one of the best skincare products that I have ever actually used, where I'm like, this feels like proper skincare that's actually doing something for my skin. So love that. What else did I get? Right, this is also from Ref I. So I actually saw this on social media and I wanted to give it a try. Now this was more of a want, because everything here's a want and nothing here's a necessity. That's, you know, obvious, but it's more of a want because I've already got a mascara and that's what this is, and I didn't really need a mascara. Again, the packaging, it's like, it's a little bit underwhelming. It's not like, oh, look at this packaging. It's very plain. But what I did see on social media is the one that this is brown mascara, which in general is just very hard to get. But it had this very specific, like, bendy wand on it. And so your eyelash kind of like would like fit into it like that. Now, obviously I've already got mascara on, so I couldn't do a true test right now. But I'm intrigued to give this a try. So there we are. The next thing I got was also from Ref I, so we're having a wee Ref I moment here. Let me see if I can get this open. Hang on, I'll try and get this out of here. Sorry, it's like they've got like a little like sticker across them, so I've had to like rip everything out. Here we are. My sister was kind of talking about their cream blushes, and so I thought I'll just give this a try. I was kind of running out of the Benefit one that I had, and I think the packaging's just got really shoddy. And so I just thought I'm going to give this a try and just see if I can get a cream blush, and rather than the powder, and just see how I get on with it. So I'm struggling to get this out. Again, packaging, it's okay. This product is very small. I don't know how much is what mils in there, but there's a mirror on it, so that's helpful. And this is the actual blush, and it's a cream blush, it says. So we'll see how we get on with that. Maybe I can put a little bit on now. I mean, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see from me doing that, but anyway, we'll see how we get on with that. So that's the next thing. The next thing I got was the 7-day scrub. Now, I think that's a different one to what I have there, so we'll see how we get on with the Clinique scrub. But yeah. And what was the next thing? Again, this is actually the moisturizer, Paula's Choice moisturizer, that was in here. So I just need to wash that out and squeeze that in. I like this because it's got SPF 30 in it. It says Essential Glow Moisturizer, and I do think it gives the skin a real glow. And also, I really like it as a primer. When I'm using this, I feel like I don't need a primer. So I've been really enjoying that. And actually, it's a reasonable price. I mean, I've got, how much there? Ooh, 60 mils for about, I think it's about £34, which is expensive, but it's considerably cheaper than the Tatcha one. If I could afford to just always buy Tatcha, I would get the Tatcha, but this is also very good. One thing I would say about Tatcha though is that it doesn't double up as a primer like this one, so, you know, there we are. And finally, last but certainly not least, Charlotte's Tilbury. Now, I think this time I have this in a different shade. So let's just see. So this is the product. It's the highlighter. And this is what it looks like. And then you just twist it and then it comes up through. Now, I'm just going to try this actually to see what sort of shade I got. Or maybe not actually. Yeah, this is it. I think that's maybe a different shade to what I got the last time. So we'll see how we get on with that. Smells lovely. So I'm keeping the lid this time because the last time I totally lost it. So that's everything that I bought. I feel like I'm really going to like this lip gloss. It's just got a real nice, like, kind of like, not heaviness, but it feels like kind of like, I can't quite explain it. I think I'm really going to like this actually. So that's everything that I bought. That's my little beauty haul update. And I'm sorry this is so long, but I feel like I really just wanted to show you everything that I got. And also just show you exactly what I'd finished as well. So that it's not just like a cycle of continuously buying without products actually getting used up. So that's me. And I will leave this vlog here because I think it will be very long. And I'll hopefully see you tomorrow.